guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Lola and this is Deola. I know you can't see him, but yeah, today on this video, as you can tell from the title, we're gonna be talking about baby skin care, baby hair care, and just everything that has to do with that, mouth care as well, everything that has to do with baby hygiene, I should say. So I have a couple of products here that I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to be showing you exactly what I use for my son. And maybe before I proceed, I should just welcome the new people on here, the new subscribers. Thank you so much for stopping by and subscribing. And if this is your first Jonah, can I talk please? See you guys. I haven't done a sit down video in a while, and there's many reasons to that. There's construction going on in my area. Every time I want to do some, there's knocking of wood over there and all that. Taking care of my son and just a bunch of stuff. I don't like giving excuses, but I've been trying to be consistent with all my food videos, and I hope you guys have been enjoying those. Let me know in the comments if you have. But like I was saying, if you're new on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for checking out this video. I'm gonna be doing a get to know me video very soon, so that we can get to know each other, more about me and things like that. Although I already have a video that talks, sorry, this video is kind of messy. I already have a video that talks about why I started my channel and what to expect. So I guess I'll link that below. So before we talk too much, let's get into this video. So at this moment, what I use for my son is this Boots Baby Bath Gentle and Mild baby wash. So you can use this it's suitable for newborns. So yes, this was what I started with, and it's dermatologically tested. It's hypoallergenic. When you're buying baby wash or like lotion or anything, I think the most important thing, according to what my baby's pediatrician told me, is to make sure that it is hypoallergenic. That means he won't be allergic to it. I think that's what that means. So we started off with this, and Nigerian tradition, or maybe I should say Yoruba, when there's a new baby, what they do is they do you like a first bath that they use palm oil and black soap and all that stuff. I wasn't into that. I was not about that palm oil and black soap life. So what we did, because it's like a must, they have to give them that first bath. Although he had taken like 2 or 3 baths when he was in, I always tell you guys, he was in special care for 2 weeks because he was a little preemie. So he had taken 2 just flimsy baths that they give them over there. He had not taken that African bath. So what we used was olive oil and this. That was what we used. That was what I was comfortable with. I'm like, no, you guys are not going to put that palm oil and whatever on myself. Even myself, I don't really care for black soap because it dries out my skin. I was like, this little baby, please no. So they used this and olive oil. So in case you're like me and you're wondering what could be a substitute, that was what we used, and he was fine. So for bath, yes. For shampooing his hair, yes. He was born with a full head of hair, very hairy on his head. So yeah, that was what we used. Now, as a sponge, I've always used a washcloth. I use a washcloth myself, and that's what I've used for him from birth. I didn't use any foam for that his African bath, they used a sponge. Those soft fluffy sponges, those ones, that's what was used. But after then, I've always used a washcloth for him, and it's gentle, it gets the job done, and it's been good. So that's for washing. Now for maybe I should talk about this. So when we're in Nigeria, I wasn't using anything to any germ killer in his bath water or anything like that. But when we got back, yes, Stella. When we got back, everybody was like, oh yeah, use germ killer in his bath water, especially because the area where I live, the water isn't typically good. So our water is treated. The water that comes out of the tap is clean, but then from source, it's not very good, so it's treated. So I was asked to use this. So yeah, we use this, but I just put like half a cup full in a big bowl of water because I don't know. So yeah, we use that in his water now. It's supposed to kill 100% of germ, and yeah. Now as lotion, okay, let me tell you something else. So when we got back no, it wasn't even when we got back. This started before we got back. I started noticing some rash-like things on his body. Oh yeah, come. I started noticing some things like rash on his skin and all that. So, and that was like maybe a few days before we got back. I didn't have time to go to the GP and all that. So when we got back to Nigeria, we went to his pediatrician, and she was like, okay, use this, which I'll talk about later. But is his body wash hypoallergenic? And I wasn't sure at that time. I was like, it's the regular Boots baby wash. I don't know if it's hypoallergenic. She was like, okay, well, if you're not sure, then buy the Aveeno. And I know a lot of people use Aveeno baby wash, Aveeno baby lotion for their baby. Yes, it's very good. So we got that, although it's finished now. You can see it's empty, but I'm just showing you. So we got this for him, and it turned out that the Boots one was hypoallergenic. So yeah, so we haven't had to buy any other one, like I was saying, because I bought like most of what I'll need for a very long time. So I still have a lot of the Boots baby one, and since it's hypoallergenic, it's fine. So let's move on to body lotion. From day one, I've used shea butter on my son's skin, original 100% shea butter. That's what I used on his skin. But I got this Aveeno baby moisturizing lotion because I know that sometimes the weather may be too warm or too hot for shea butter. So anytime I feel like the weather is just too hot or something, then I use this. Although sincerely, you can always measure how much you apply, and just apply very lightly if it's a warm weather. And we've been using shea butter, and I've talked about this shea butter before. It's by Ojuoluwa Concepts, and yeah, 100% shea butter. Although they have different kinds, the ones that are mixed with essential oils or olive oil or almond oil and all that. Sorry if you hear any sounds, my son is here just playing around. So, but I use the 100% shea butter on him, and it's been great. Now let's talk about hair. For most people, I'm sure, especially like if you have a baby boy, their hair is just no big deal. Just wash it when they are having their bath, and then apply baby oil or whatever you apply, comb it, and it's fine. And from day one, that's what I was doing for my son. For every time he took his bath, we wash his hair with the same body wash. We wash his hair and then apply baby oil. Actually, I always say Yoruba people, I'm not sure about if it's a Nigerian thing, but I'll talk about my culture because that's what they say to do a lot. So they say to apply, the fontail. It's called fontail. That place, that opening, basically. They say to apply the oil. They make sure that part of their hair is very oily, because the fontail needs to be open. Needs to be open till baby is 1, because that's like what helps their skull expand as the brain grows. You can Google it and read about it. So Yoruba people believe that that part of the head should always be really oiled. So if you see a new baby, most of the time there's a lot of oil around this. They're not dripping oil, but like, you know, a good amount of oil. In his regular baby oil, I added some drops of eucalyptus essential oil. And eucalyptus is good for many things, allergies, for cold, but most of the time that's what people do. Silverbird, very popular. You just add it to that and, you know, apply baby oil on his hair. So as he grew older and his hair started growing, you know, longer and fuller and everything, I was like, I need to treat this boy's hair like I would treat mine, you know, because I'm all natural now. My hair has gone through a lot of stuff. If you guys know me personally, you know that. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I need to treat his hair like mine. He has, you know, curly hair like me. And yeah, so I'm sure you guys saw his hair. Let me show you. See his hair. I don't know if you guys can see. He has a full head of hair. Anyways, so I was like, yeah, I need to treat this boy's hair like me and not just wash it every morning and apply baby oil, which I mean is fine. So what I started doing was we shampoo or wash the hair once a week, but then I co-wash 3 times a week. So of course the day we shampoo, I use conditioner, and then 2 other days of the week I use just conditioner. So I started doing that from when he was about 4 plus 5 months, because that's when his hair really started getting full. Although we cut it after his 6-month mark, just trimmed it a little bit, and it's growing in it again. So so I just wash with his body wash, and then I use this conditioner. So there are lots of, you know, good baby products out there for hair care, but then I use, okay, oh, I got the shampoo. Anyway, the conditioner of this, I don't use the shampoo on him, I use just the conditioner. This is by a brand that I trust 100. It's by a brand that I trust 100%. Is the Forever Living Products brand. 100%. There are many other products from them that I use personally in my household, my husband, you know, and I use on him. I'll show you 1 or 2 other things. Okay, actually 1 that I use. So I use the conditioner of this on him. It's, you know, natural. There are no fillers, there's no harmful ingredients in there, and it's really good. It's really good. It's a really good product, so I trust them, and that's why I use this on him. But you can use there are many baby products. Carol's Daughter, there's Shea Moisture, there's, you know, all the many good brands out there that you can use on kids. Yeah, you can use those, but this is what I use on him as conditioner. So like I said, we co-wash 3 times a week, or actually 2 times a week. We shampoo and condition once a week, and then I apply my shea butter again and just give his hair a comb, and that's it for hair actually. So the next thing now we're going to talk about is mouth. So if your baby is fully breastfed like he was, I was told by his doctor that if he's fully breastfed, you don't need to bother about you know, cleaning his mouth, like brushing or anything. Like you don't really need to bother about that a lot actually, if they're fully breastfed. And you guys know that I'm an exclusive breastfeeding champion. Like, I'm all for exclusive breastfeeding. So yeah, he was exclusively breastfed, I always tell you guys, for about 6 months. So I only used to clean his mouth every now and then. It wasn't something I did every single day, no. But as soon as he started eating solids, I started doing that every single day, and I'll show you what I use for that. So for cleaning his mouth from 6 months, when he started eating solids, I use a gauze. I just roll out some, cut it out, wrap it around my finger, and then I dip it in this glycerin and aniseed solution. It's sugar and color free, gluten and lactose free, alcohol free with sweetener. So yeah, it tastes sweet. This is edible glycerin, and you don't have to buy this particular one. Just go to your pharmacist and ask for glycerin to clean baby's mouth. So I just dip it into this. It's like a thick, it's like the consistency of honey. So I just dip my gauzed finger into it, and then I put that finger in his mouth, and I just go over his gum and his tongue. And so that's what I started doing from 6 months, and I've been doing that. I still do that right now, even though we have a finger toothbrush, and I'll show you that. But when he started growing his he started teething and he grew the lower teeth, that's the first two that come out, I started taking more time to make sure that I clean the surface of the teeth. So I started taking more time to clean the surface of his teeth and the back, like here and the back. So I still do that with the gauze, but then I got this finger toothbrush, so cute. It says baby bows, like bows literally. So just wear this on your finger and then just go in the mouth and clean. Although he's not yet used to this because we just started using this. He's used to the gauze because we've been doing that for months. So I do this and then I still do the gauze so that I can get, be sure that the mouth is cleaned. And like I said, I started doing it every single day when he started eating solids, because I mean, even as an adult, when you eat, although he doesn't have any teeth and he's not chewing, but then particles of the food may still be like in his tongue or so yeah, mouth care is very important, because you want to build a habit. You want them to build the habit of knowing that they should clean their mouth every day. And something that I actually want to start doing now is also cleaning his mouth in the night, when he takes his evening baths. I want to make sure that I start doing that now, because I'm trying to build a habit and a culture, and from now, when he grows, it's not something he's going to struggle to do. He's just going to be used to it. So that's why it's important to do it every day. And with habits, consistency is key. You need to do it every day so that the child themselves, because with the gauze, he knows what to do. He knows how we do. Like once he sees me wrapping the gauze around my finger, I'm dipping it, bringing it to his mouth is open, and we get that done. So we've talked about skin, we've talked about hair, we've talked about mouth. What next? Let's talk about diaper health. Or that area of the baby. Now, I've always said one of the biggest things that cause diaper rash is not changing baby's dirty diaper in time. With a wet diaper, it's still forgivable. And what I mean by wet and dirty diaper is pee, dirty diaper is poop. With a wet diaper, it's still forgivable. You can leave it for no more than 6 hours, between 4 to 6 hours, wet diaper, fine. But with a dirty diaper, clean it as soon as you notice that your child has pooped. For me, I know when my son has pooped. Like, I know the specific times when he poops. After he eats breakfast, that's if he hasn't pooped before his bath. After he eats breakfast, he poops, even if it's just a tiny bit. So I always check to make sure, okay, has he pooped, has he not? And then throughout the day, I just check from time to time to see, because if you don't clean it in time, that is going to cause rash. That is what will cause a rash, dirty diaper, because the poop is acidic, and then mixing with the heat, of wearing a diaper for a long time. No, you don't want that. If you're thinking about, I don't want to waste diaper, because sometimes the poop may just be a tiny little, but you better be safe than sorry. You don't even want your child to deal with any discomfort, because you would be so pained. You'd be like, I wish I can feel this pain for this boy, So all for changing that diaper. Even if you're going to change it 10 times a day, change it as soon as he poops or she. As soon as baby poops, change that diaper. That's the first thing to avoid diaper rash. Then the next thing, of course, use a good diaper cream. I'll show you what I use. But there's so many diaper creams out there, really good ones that you use, and use it at every change. So this is the one I use. It's called Be Pantene. This is the one I use. Use it every time you change your baby's diaper. Even if the bum looks moisturized, even if it doesn't look like it needs a diaper cream, use it, because this creates a barrier, especially for wet nappies when it's just pee. It creates a barrier between his skin and, you know, whatever chemical may be in the pee that would cause a rash. So very important. After every change, use a diaper cream. Now, something else that is very important to have on hand, even if you're not going to be using it every day, is pseudo cream. Now, I don't know what a replacement for pseudo cream is. If you know, please leave it in the comments down below. But what I know that most people use for diaper rash is pseudo cream, and it's good for many things. It's good for eczema, it's good for surface wounds, minor burns, bed sores, even acne. Yeah, so this I always have on hand, although I don't use this every day. But if I notice any slight rash on his bum, I just apply this immediately. So sometimes I may not notice that he has pooped maybe for a few minutes or up to an hour, and by the time I notice, I don't know, but every time I leave his dirty diaper on for too long, he always breaks out in a rash, even if it's 1 or 2. And as soon as I see that, I just apply this immediately instead of the diaper cream. And even sometimes if I notice that he has pooped for a while and I didn't change him, even if I don't see a rash, I apply this instead of his diaper cream, just to, you know, block any rash that may want to come through. So this is good to always have on hand for that. Your diaper cream is different from pseudo cream. This is an antiseptic healing cream. Your diaper cream is a gentle everyday care and protection from the causes of nappy rash. So you don't use this every day. You use your regular diaper cream every day, but once you notice any rash coming through in the diaper area, you use this. Now, something else that you should have on hand for skin issues is a prickly heat powder for heat rash. This is what I use, and it works beautifully. Every time I take my baby takes a bath, I always check. It's like you think I'm writing an exam. You think I'm writing an exam. I always look through his skin just to see, is any rash coming from anywhere? Is anything showing up? Once I sight any rash-like thing, I apply this. I make sure I apply this for him, and I do that for a few days until it clears out. So that's for heat rash. My son had this fungal infection when we just got back, and the doctor asked us to use a clotrimazole cream like Canesten. So this is what we used, and it cleared it. So I just have this on hand. Anytime I see anything like that, I just apply this, and you know, that deals with that. So I think that's it, but there's just one more thing I'm going to show you, and it's this Aloe First. This is also from the Forever Living brand. This is a soothing moisturizing skin care lotion containing aloe vera gel. It's a natural soothing spray. So if I notice, you know, any dry patch or just anything that doesn't look like an infection, doesn't look like a heat rash, I just apply this before I apply the shea butter. This is what I apply. I use this as well. My husband uses this as well. You know, this is one of the many Forever Living products that we use. And yeah, also for my face, side notes, I've been using some, you know, part of my skincare regimen, which I'm going to do a video very soon, has been, you know, products from Forever Living, and they've been amazing. So if you're ever interested in any Forever Living products, just contact me, leave me a comment in the comment box. You know, we can talk about that offline. But yeah, so I think I've covered everything basically. If you guys have any suggestions for baby skincare, you can leave them in the comments below. Or if you have any questions and you want mommies to, you know, give you some recommendations or things like that, please leave them in the comments below. And I think that's it. We've talked about everything that I think there is to talk about. And yeah, thank you guys so much again for stopping by. If this is your first time and you still haven't subscribed, fear God, fear the Lord God, and subscribe. If you like this video, please push that like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.